Hey friends, how's it going today? Hope well. I wanted to do another Sebenza video of a new Sebenza I just picked up. New slash old. There's tons of Sebenza videos out there and comparison videos and whatnot. But I was really excited about this one. So today's like what, the 15th of April, August. Sorry guys. I am lost in life. 2012. August. We're in August here, yeah. So, anyhow, those of you who've been keeping up with Chris Reeve and collect Chris Reeve knives kind of know what's going on in the in that part of the industry. The 21 is out right now. They discontinued this particular model, which is the regular Sebenza. Now the new 25 is getting ready to come out, and the 21 may be discontinued. So we'll see what happens. Anyhow, I've always had, say, more than an affinity. I really prefer the regular for daily carry and use. It's always been just the profile, the way it sits in hand, and I'll go over some of this stuff. To me, a lot of people like the 21. I'll show you the little differences without doing a comparison to a large 21, as I do not have one right now. I just sold my last two. I have small ones, but to do it to compare it to a large regular is kind of moot. Anyhow, so this one I was able to get off the Blade forums from a guy, and fantastic. The S30V blade steel is really good stuff. I've always liked BG-42. It's a Latrobe steel. It's a bearing steel with a higher Rockwell, and I was really disappointed when Chris went to the S30V. Of course, that was before I knew how good S30V was. I still don't believe it compares to the BG-42 steel. So that's what this is, BG-42. This was a Safe Queen knife. So when I received it, there was barely any marks on it. The blade wasn't used at all. There were no marks on the back of the knife. What you see on the pocket clip is from the usage that I've put it through the last week and a half. There were a couple scratches on the front, and I believe he said it was a Safe Queen, so it was probably just sitting, you know, on a plate or something, and just got rubbed. It does not appear to be used at all. So I took this apart. I like the old style where you can flip the screws, which is what I did. I always thought it looked better. The double-headed screws that they're currently producing are neat, but I prefer this. I just like the way it looks. And I also just ordered, which came in the mail today, this lanyard, and it's called a it's called a Bucky Blue. So yeah, whatever, right? But it's a camel blue, which is kind of neat. Really matches the blue screws. Or excuse me, the blue standoff, thumb stud. Of course, that came in it. Fits it really nice. Thought about sending it back to the factory to have double silver lugs put on and a silver backspacer. Problem was with BG-42, because of the hardness of it, they end up sometimes the blade would crack on them. And this not being offered anymore, the BG-42, that's a chance I'm not willing to take. But needless to say, it looks good without it. So I was really impressed with the lockup on this when he sent it to me. It was actually more than what you're seeing here. When I took it apart, I ended up polishing up the washers a bit, flipped them over, and this is the lockup that I got. And I'm thinking 30%, maybe 25%. Anyways, fantastic. And that's normal opening. That's not, I mean, taking it easy on it. That's just opening, and that's what it sticks at. So some of the things I like about the regular Sebenza as opposed to the 21, we'll start with the blade itself. The profile is wider. You have a thicker tip at the end. So I really feel I can hard use this knife without even worrying about, and not that you would bust the tip off a 21, a large 21. Maybe it's my paranoia, as I told my buddy today, but I just prefer this. Feels real good in hand. This part of the knife, where you have a pretty good sized choil on the 21 where your hand sits in, and the possibility of squeezing down and moving the lock bar over to the left side of the knife is a possibility. With this, I personally don't. I don't hold it down here. I hold it up here, and you have quite a bit more to grasp here, so you're not pushing on the lock bar in any way. Also, when using the knife in the upside down grip, you have this heavy jimping, if you will, to push up against, where the choil on the 21, you're kind of pushing in like this, and it just doesn't feel as good to me. This just overall feels really good. So, other than that, I can't say there's much more to talk about the knife. I guess it is personal preference. They're hard to get. I paid a little bit more for this than I would have liked, but well worth it, since you can't get them anymore, especially in BG-42. When they come up for sale, they get snagged pretty quick. So there are deals to be had out there. You just have to kind of keep your eyes open. D10 on this, fantastic. Buttery smooth. It is a little bit more stiff now that I flipped the bushings on it, but got that lock up, and that's a trade-off that I'll take. It'll smooth up in time. So, still flickable. And again, you saw me flick it. You still see that lock up. It's like 20%. Crazy, man. So very excited, very happy with this knife. I even like my this new lanyard. That's pretty neat. Get a good shot of it there. So this the lanyard with the bead was $12 from Reeve Knives, shipped. Kind of cool. I opted for all blue. I think you probably could get a silver bead over. They just happen to have this in stock. I'm like, yeah, send it, man. You know, whatever. So, all right, YouTube. I hope I explained enough about the knife to you. It is very nice. It will be in my pocket for quite some time after this. And if you got any comments, please feel free to leave them in my post. Post your comments. And thank you for all my subscribers. You guys take it easy.